YouTube friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Deidre from Our Upcycled Life. Lots of thrifting, upcycling, repurposing, DIY content, and I love new crafting friends. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell for notification so you don't miss any great DIY content. Today I'm going to show you 2 Christmas trays that I made. Really simple, really easy, and they're really fun to make for kids so you can put milk and cookies and carrots out for Santa on Christmas Eve. So let's get started. Today's video is all about snacks for Santa and his reindeer. I picked up these boards at Dollarama. It was $4 and you get 6 of them. If you can find them in your Dollarama or your dollar store, fantastic deal to pick those up. I got a couple handles from my stash. I got this tray at the dollar store, a mug that I bought at the thrift store, a little bowl from the thrift store, and a little latched container from the thrift store. We're going to put this together Santa style. We're going to work on the round first. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a coat of black chalk paint. Okay, if you have been following around for a while, you know I don't like to leave anything just a plain painted color. I always like to layer. I'm going to use some candle wax and I'm going to layer a couple colors onto this so we can make this board look old and chippy and vintage. I'm just going to take the candle wax all around the edge. Anywhere that you put candle wax, that paint is not going to adhere as well, and it'll create that vintage layered look. Okay, I'm going to put some green on this next. The green's all dry. I'm going to put on some more candle wax, and then I'm going to layer on some red. We're going for a real Christmas kind of vibe here. Another coat of wax, that's all dry, and then I'm going to put on my top coat of white. I love the layered look on these pieces. I'm going to be really aggressive because I want the green and the red to all peek through that white. And just going to put a coat of white over top of that whole round. The white has completely dry. Now, what I like to do with this wax technique, I like to warm it up with my heat gun. Get all that wax so it's almost melted, and then I take my scraper and I scrape away the paint and it gives that layered look. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that's what a little bit of paint can do with some candle wax. This is a brand new one, and this is what I made it look like. Now I want to paint the back, and I'm going to put a block of wood in the middle of it so it's kind of raised when it's sitting down. I'm going to glue this together with some E6000, paint everything black, and then we're ready to put our graphic on. I got the base all done. I just used a scrap piece of 2x4, painted it all black, and then that way when it sits on the table it'll be raised up and be a raised tray. Okay, now we're going to get the graphic ready for the top. This is the graphic that I'm going to use on this tray. It's available in my Etsy store if you want to grab it. Make sure you use the code SAVE50 and you can make one of these trays for yourself. I've printed it off on my LaserJet printer and reversed the text, and I'm going to apply it onto the round with my Mod Podge mat. This has sat overnight. I'm just going to take a damp rag. I'm just going to rub over the graphic till you can start to see it show through. And then we're going to rub all of the paper off. Got all the paper rubbed off, and I actually took it outside and gave it a really good sanding around the edge. I just love that rustic look, and you can see all the different colors in there. I think it's perfect. I'm going to seal this up with a coat of polyacrylic sealer, and then we're going to put the handles on. This piece of wood is really thin, so I don't want to put a screw through it. So I'm just going to put these little handles on with my E6000, let them sit and dry really well, and our tray will be all ready. I just love the way that this turned out. You can put a couple cookies right here, a couple carrots right there, and I made this. I picked up this glass at the thrift store. I added Happy Holidays on it with my Cricut, and you can set that right there. How exciting is that for the kids? I'm going to put together this project with my Cricut. I know not all of my followers have a Cricut, but quite a few of you do. And I thought I would show you what I'm going to do with this tray that's really super cute so the kids can put it out for Santa on Christmas Eve. I'm in Design Space and I have put in my graphics that I want. I'm making a milk graphic for the little mug and a cookies graphic for the little cookie container, and I've sized it up and I'm going to send it to my Cricut Explore 3 to cut on a mat on some permanent vinyl. I'm going to put this graphic on the long tray, and this is also available in my Etsy store if you want to use this in your Cricut program. I'm going to send it to my cutter and make it. And this is a graphic that we're going to use to put on that little dish that we're going to fill with carrots. I have put it in my Design Space, sized it up to what I need, and I'm going to send it to my Cricut. I've got everything all cut and transfer tape put on it. I did the little graphic for the tray in some white permanent vinyl, and the ones for the mugs and the bowl and the cookie jar I did in some black permanent vinyl. And I'm just going to take my rubbing alcohol and clean everything up. Now this is one thing that I really love about the Cricut. All these dishes and anything glass that I don't really have a technique that I can do image transfer on, that's where the Cricut stands out. So I just made a little carrots graphic, and I'm gonna just peel that off, center it right on my little dish, push it down, and then just peel the transfer tape off, and it'll be ready to be filled with carrots for Santa's reindeer. If you've never tried this little tip, it's a lint roller, and if you press your project into that lint roller and have it on your table, it won't move around, so you can put it exactly where you want it and not have it jiggle around and not be stable. I'm just going to put my milk graphic on there, rub it in really well, peel off the transfer tape. Perfect. These were a good find. I think I picked up 4 or 5 of these. They were at Value Village for $1.99. And it's really nice because they have the little latch top at the top. So I'm just gonna put on my cookies graphic, rub it in really well, pull off that transfer tape. And all of this is, if you're using the permanent vinyl, this can all be hand washed too. You don't have to worry about it coming off. Perfect. And I've got my Merry Christmas. I'm going to put it a little bit on an angle right at the end of the tray. Press it right down. Peel off that transfer tape. And we're ready to put it all together. I think this is a really fun project to do with the kids for Christmas Eve. I think this came together so sweet. I added a couple candy canes. We've got our glass of milk for Santa, some carrots for the reindeer, and some cookie treats for Santa. I think the kids would have a really great time putting this out on Christmas Eve. If you like this video, make sure to like it. And I love new crafting friends if you want to subscribe and follow along. And if you like this video, I'm sure you'd love this one. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.